The deed is done. Patrice Motsepe now officially CAF President, and he has been elected as the new Confederation of African Football President at the 43rd Elective Congress. What a feat. Motsepe ran unopposed for the top post after 3 of his challengers pulled out of the race last weekend. Now he becomes the first CAF President from Anglophone countries. And joining me in the studio is sports anchor Benjamin Leshoro. Benjamin. This was no surprise, really, towards the end, or was it?
It wasn't. We expected it for the past week or so, Tammy. It was sort of the obvious thing that's going to happen. We were just waiting for the official announcement, the official confirmation, because since Friday and Saturday morning, 3 of the challengers, as you rightfully said, pulled out dramatically late on Friday as well. So we had been expecting it. And the only thing by Monday morning that we were looking for is whether the Court of Arbitration for Sport would overturn the ban of the incumbent, since 10 minutes ago, it's no longer CAF President Ahmad. But at the time, he was CAF President and he was banned by FIFA for 5 years. So he had appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. We were waiting for the verdict on Monday, and it came back to say not overturned, just reduced to 2 years. So he is still not allowed to do anything with football, so ineligible to run for re-election in this race. So Patrice Motsepe had been running unopposed since Monday.
Talk to us about the dynamics of people stepping aside and the reasons why he actually ended up running unopposed.
Well, it's a bit of a funny one, and we spoke about it extensively this morning as well. FIFA President Gianni Infantino stepped in and actually brokered a deal with 2 of the candidates, Ahmed Yahya of Mauritania as well as Augustin Senghor of Senegal, to say, you guys can agree to serve under Patrice as his vice president. I don't know at the promise of what. That's what we're still to find out. But it sort of isolated Jacques Anouma of the Ivory Coast. But he decided, okay, let me just pull out as well. And he was given sort of a role as Motsepe's special advisor. So that is the reason they ended up pulling out. There's been a lot of theories as to why that happened. But they pulled out essentially because FIFA President Gianni Infantino asked them to. There's been a series of meetings that have been held for the past 2 weeks or so in Morocco, in Senegal, to try and convince them. Danny Jordan, the president of the South African Football Association, as well as Patrice Motsepe, have been a part of those meetings, going in and out of the country. And Jordan, I can safely say this, said, I gave you the first World Cup on African soil. This is in a conversation with me, and he said, trust me, I will give you the first president of the Confederation of African Football from South Africa. And lo and behold,
he has delivered.
Yeah.
He has delivered on that promise. But I wonder, Benjamin, with the politics around the election or selection of Patrice Motsepe in this particular instance, does it in any way cloud his presidency? For example, if the 2 vice presidents had decided to run along with all the other incumbents, would Patrice Motsepe still have stood as great a chance to become president? Will we ever know the true might of his mettle, because the struggle or the challenge has been eliminated from this entire process?
And that's essentially the one thing he's going to have to get rid of as soon as possible. He has to prove himself. Remember, Patrice came out with his manifesto, a 10-point action plan. He has to implement as soon as possible to show that I am my own man and I'm not Infantino's man. He didn't sort of orchestrate my rise in a sentimental type of way. I am capable of doing the job. But on the question of whether he would have still emerged as the president had the other two not pulled out. It's a very contentious one because they were very capable candidates, those guys. The three candidates that he was running against. Jacques Anouma is a former member of the FIFA Council, the Ivorian. So he has experience at football administration. Augustin Senghor is the president of the Senegal Football Association, so he knows what he's doing. Ahmed Yahya of Mauritania is also very experienced. He was voted Administrator of the Year back in 2017. So clearly, all these three gentlemen know what they're doing when it comes to football administration on the African continent. Patrice Motsepe, the reason I said at the beginning that he was seen as an outsider from the beginning is that he was seen as just a football club boss. These other three were presidents of their own national associations. So that's why he was seen as somewhat of maybe a dark horse, if you like.
But clearly, his business mettle and his business record really did stand him in good stead for this particular presidency. Thank you very much, Benjamin. That's our Benjamin Leshoro there. And a huge congratulations indeed to the now CAF President. Can you believe it, Patrice Motsepe.